Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're looking into something really inspiring.
No.
It's from this document, Big Dreams from Smalltowns.pdf. And it's all about how, big ambitions can really take root, even if you start somewhere kind of small or unexpected.
Right. So our mission here basically is to pull out the practical bits, the surprising ideas.
Mm-hmm.
How do you actually turn that big dream into something real? Especially if you feel like your starting point isn't, well, ideal.
Okay, so let's jump right in. What's the first big idea? It seems like the source just immediately tackles this location thing head on.
It really does. It says, look, your town, your village, it doesn't have to limit you.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And it gives examples, right? Like Oprah Winfrey, APJ Abdul Kalam.
Lionel Messi, too.
Mhm.
All started in pretty small places, not exactly major hubs.
So the starting point isn't the barrier we think it is. It's more about the mindset, that I can do it thing.
Exactly. It drills down on that internal belief.
Mhm.
Like overcoming how others see your town or even how you see it starts inside. If you genuinely believe, deep down, that your location doesn't define your potential, well, then it doesn't. Simple as that, almost.
So you've got the belief. That's the foundation. What's next? How does someone in, say, a small town actually get the knowledge they need, if resources are maybe limited?
Yeah, good question. It's about being strategic. The source says learn everything about your dream.
Everything.
Well, yeah, immerse yourself. But use what's available, especially the free stuff.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, online courses, the library.
Like accessible things.
Totally. And practice daily, even just a little bit. That consistency matters. And this is where the internet is. Like,
Great equalizer.
that's what the source implies. Call it your window to the world. Not just for learning, but for showing people what you can do.
How so?
Well, platforms like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, you can showcase talent there, meet people, get ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives practical advice too, like start a blog, maybe a podcast, or YouTube channel. Tell your story, show your skills.
Okay, but knowing what to do is one thing. Actually starting,
Yeah.
that feels like the big hurdle sometimes, waiting for the perfect moment.
Oh, definitely.
I
And
get
the
it.
source is super direct about that. It says, start small, but start. No waiting.
Begin?
Yeah. Forget perfect, want to act. Don't wait for an agent. Make short videos on your phone. Want to be an entrepreneur. Sell something small, locally first.
I like that. Practical step.
It really hammers home that every big thing starts with one small step. You just have to take it.
And while you're taking those first steps, it also talks about finding guides, right? Mentors.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not necessarily about finding someone famous.
Oh, so who then?
Could be anyone, really. A
don't
teacher
know.
you respect, an elder in the community, maybe a neighbor who's built something cool.
Ah, okay. Someone relatable.
Exactly. Someone whose story you can follow. Learn from their journey, their mistakes, their successes. Even if their dream was totally different from yours. That makes sense. But, big dreams, they often attract doubters. People might laugh. And failure happens. How does the source say to handle that? Because that can really sting.
It absolutely can. The advice,
Huh?
basically, ignore the laughter. Tough, I know, but necessary.
And failure.
See it as learning,
Yeah.
part of the process, not an end point. It even mentions this mantra, like every no brings me closer to a yes.
Reframing it.
Yeah, and it links to this move forward step-by-step idea. Make a plan, break it down,
Daily goals, monthly goals.
that sort of thing. Like the example they give.
Yeah.
Someone wants to be a podcaster in a small town.
Okay.
So, step 1, learn to record audio on your phone.
Yeah.
Step 2, start with maybe just 5-minute podcasts. Talk about local stuff.
Keep it manageable.
Right, share it consistently, even if only a few people listen at first. Keep going. Build resilience through those small, consistent actions.
So wrapping this step dive up, it feels like the core message from Big Dreams from Small Towns is pretty clear. Your postcode doesn't dictate your potential.
Not at all. It's powered by what you believe,
Right, that internal conviction.
by your commitment to learning, using the tools you actually have.
Like the internet.
Yeah, and just consistently taking those small steps.
Moving forward.
It boils down to action then.
Absolutely. And there's that great closing line in the source. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
Powerful stuff. Makes you think.
Yeah, so maybe the question for everyone listening is, what's that first small step you could take? Like today,